So, hello YouTube world. As you can already see, it is 95 degrees out. It is hot as hell outside. Long story short, I'm coming to you live from my car. I just got back done with a doctor's appointment in Minneapolis. I got my son with me. It's been a pretty cool day, pretty fun. Went to Paisley Park. Why am I recording right now? Everyone's probably thinking, you should be paying attention to the road. Well, I can multitask. Don't worry. Women are not the only ones who can multitask. Everything right now is kind of... I've gotten to the point where all this shit and all this other crap with Black Lives Matter and White Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, is getting really ridiculous. It's just showing people are race baiting the situation, and their paranoid ideology is keeping them away from actually waking up and thinking, okay, now we're at war with each other. That's not supposed to happen. Or at least it shouldn't happen. But you got ignorant people out in the streets blocking, interstates, highways, putting their own lives in jeopardy, and for what? Because a couple of men got shot? Did you know them? Were you related to them? Were you in a relationship with them? Really, I think a lot of people have soaked themselves up in the situation for their massive 15 minutes of fame. And honestly, I think it makes you a little foolish, and definitely makes you ignorant as hell. So for the people who are, saying, hey, yeah, this is a screwed up situation, but I'm not going to put myself in that situation, kudos to you. And for the people who are stepping on flags, burning flags, saying America isn't worth anything and America lies and da-da-da-da-da. No, America doesn't lie. America doesn't have a voice right now. But come January of 2017, when Donald Trump is elected president of the United States, this country will yet again have a voice. The power of the free world will go back to the hands of the people that live here, the people that are born here, the people that break their backs every day to survive and to protect their own family. Now, sorry, told you it was hot out. For those people that are burning flags, fuck off. For the unnaturalized individuals who are burning flags, claiming this whole country is racist. No, we're not. Do I look white to you? Do I look black to you? No. I'm Native American. And guess what? Do you see any Native Americans rioting and picketing and blocking highways and interstates? No. You know why? Because we're not fucking stupid. We're not ignorant. We're not going to jail for something that ain't got shit to do with us. We're going to keep taking care of our families, doing what we got to do, and pushing on. You know what? That man that got killed in Minneapolis, may he rest in peace. I have no ill will towards that man. I didn't know him. Was it sad that he got shot and was killed like he was? Hell yeah, it was messed up. It was a bad situation. Was it a bad situation when that man was found to have a gun on his persons in Louisiana? And they had both of his hands pinned down where he couldn't get at nothing and still shot him? Hell yeah, that was a bad situation. But then, you gotta look at it this way. Between Governor Dayton race baiting the whole situation between both accounts, and then the media sticking their 2 cents in, twisting everything around like they do, who's the real culprit here? Media. Mediocrity is the real criminal here. You can't take one ideology and one witnessed account from a media fashion, look at another one. I bet you if you watch 3 separate news reports, each news report's going to be different. You're never going to get a straightforward answer when it comes to the media. Now, mind you, you read a newspaper, you go online to their website, even the website's going to be different than what they said, because they're not going to give you the meat and potatoes of the situation. They're going to do whatever they can to give you what raises their rates, their ratings. They're going to make money. They're not into it to tell us how sad it was that, Philando Castile died. They're not into this to tell us that, the 5 cops in Dallas didn't matter, because they care less about them. They don't care. I do. I care. Those men died defending the citizens and the community of Dallas. They died because of an oath they took. Millions upon millions of other men in this country, from this country, have died supporting and defending the Constitution and what we live by. And for people to say this country is racist, this country is this and that, and we're poor pity, stop the fucking pity party, man. It's ridiculous. It's just seriously ridiculous. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing it. Wake up. Grow up. And if you ain't got nothing else better to do than bitch and complain about this country, get out. We ain't stopping you. And we sure as hell ain't keeping you here. All these high-paid actors and actresses and officials and throughout the country threatening to leave the country if Donald Trump is elected to the White House. I hope he is, because you ignorant fools are willing to give up your careers over one man. Why? Why? That's what I don't understand. That is not what that's granted, I have better things to worry about, but as a Republican, a card-carrying Republican, and somebody who has got Donald Trump's back 110% all the way to the White House, as well as other men in this world, I'm sure have his back, or in this country. Guess what? It's simple, folks. It's time to wake up. It's time to realize that this administration that we're being controlled by wants to continue the control by electing a liar, a murderer, a deceitful individual, and somebody who really could care less about the citizens of America. They don't care about they don't care about, cutting taxes. When you're somebody who was taking donations from terrorist organizations that live in countries that have donated millions upon billions of dollars to your organization, and who has broken federal regulations and laws, who you gonna vote for? I know who I'm voting for, and I know who I'm not voting for. I'm a massive supporter of the Second Amendment. I'm in love with the Constitution just as much as I'm in love with this country. And I love this country from the time I wake up, from the time I shut my eyes at night. I tuck my kids into bed and I tell them I love them. Because we live in the greatest nation in the world, most powerful nation in the world. And I'll tell you what, I will not idly stand by and let anybody come between me or anybody that I love, because I have rights. I have civil rights and I have civil liberties, and nobody can change those or take them away ever. So just remember, God, liberty, and country, brothers. For God and country and family. That's what it's about. All this race baiting stuff, man, stop. Just stop. because you ain't solving nothing. All these hate crimes, you know, black folks, hate, you know, abusing and assaulting white folks going after black folks. Come on, stop. Wake up, grow up. Do something more constructive with your time than being ignorant, than allowing the administration of our country to prove us wrong. Start showing them that we are a country that is united. Because if we live as a country divided, ain't nobody gonna win at the end of the day. It ain't gonna matter what color you are. It ain't gonna matter the walk of life you come through or been through. None of that'll count. None of it will. Ever. Just remember, things are done for a reason. And once Donald Trump is elected president, I can tell you this. I hope he stands by his word and he changes things he says he's going to change. Because it needs to happen.